Am I on? Am I on? Yeah. Oh, I'm on. Okay, cool. So, it's Lone Wolf here from Wolf Territories Grid. You can see my enormous TV screen. So I'm here at my welcome point, where you can try out our ski lift and take a ride down at the big castle that we've got down at the bottom. I'm going to talk a bit today about the map and how I've used some techniques to get the map in a web browser, which is kind of useful, and whereabouts the map is stored. The map is a bit of a nightmare because of caching, and so you find that viewers cache the map, so you make an update to the map and nothing happens on the viewer. So normally you click the little map button here, and as you can see, it takes a second to load because we have, if I pull up my search thing, we have at the moment 726 regions, which is quite a lot, and we're loving what we're doing. It's great fun. And so recently we had a bit of a problem where you can see there's some big areas of green here. That's new people who've taken quite a lot of regions, and unfortunately they drew me a diagram and it showed these two areas like next to each other, but actually they wanted them one below each other. You know who you are. Prim biggies. Anyway, moving on, prim biggies. Let's just so this is the whole of Wolf Territories. This is about 700. This is 726 regions. I reckon probably by the end of the month, next month, we'll be up to over 1,000 regions as we go. Just the way things are going. So we've done some interesting things. We've got a complete map of a well-known film. Or a trilogy actually, or 6 films actually, but this is the well-known map of that. We're working on that. As you can see, we haven't done very much except put some rivers in, so that'll be a fun place to go. We've also got this very interesting map over here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So near this compass, I'm quite into actually doing these like terrains things that say something, and I've got this interesting map which I found, height map, and split it over 4 regions, which is kind of cool. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so if anyone looks at it and thinks, oh, I know, I want to do something with that, and have those 4 regions, that's cool. Get in touch, we'll sort something. I'm sure we can do some kind of deal on them. Normally we charge $24.99 for a region, but if you're taking more regions we can do a better price, obviously. So anyway, back to the map. So the map is a bit of a nightmare to manage because you end up with this issue where people, regions go. It's even more of a nightmare to manage if people are hosting their own regions on your grid. We don't deal with that, which is good, because what happens is people set up their region, they run it for 2 days, and then decide they don't want to use their computer for that after all. But you're left with a map tile. So I've got a couple of things I've done. So the first thing I've done is I've built a bit of code that actually goes through the regions table in Robust, and then makes sure that the map tiles match the regions tables. In other words, it takes out anything that isn't there. So basically it removes all those deleted regions without you having to restart the grid or anything like that, because normally what you have to do is kind of deregister things, delete that. What I think the technique people normally use is they delete the map tiles folder. I'll show you the map tiles folder. Where did I have? Here's one I prepared earlier. It's not that one, it's this one. So the map tiles folder is normally in your Robust folder under bin map tiles, and then it'll be under something like that. And here's mine, and you can see there's some quite new updates for map tiles here. In fact, I have done pretty much a clean sweep of it, so that's why it says April the 23rd on all of them. But and the map tile file names are held up. So the 4 is the zoom level, that's the XY position, and you'll find in the regions table it's actually huge numbers. If you divide that by 256, you get these numbers, and then it's got objects.jpg. So what I was able to do was to let's get rid of that. I was able to go into my viewer and make this. So basically this is like what are we doing here? So this is like this is actually our map, and you can scroll around it and you can click on a link on one of the region names, and then it'll open your viewer and send you to the region that you selected. So the beauty of this, of course, is it's actually got the locations, XY locations we need for resing new regions. So if someone says they want a region below WT Pacific 130, we know it's going to be 4960, 4964, and if you're a grid manager or you're running your own regions, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a bit of a nightmare to work out. I've also got another thing I can give you, which is this little box which I made somewhere, which I won't res, but I've got a box that basically you put it on a region and it'll tell you the actual position of the region on the grids, which is kind of helpful. The other thing I've done, which makes life a bit easier for people, and I've actually covered this in one of my other videos, so I'm going to force you to watch all the videos, of course, is to make a destination guide like this one. That's a bit over here. So this is the Wolf Territories destination guide. Click on there, it takes you straight to the casino. There's a funny thing about the links here, so while it's doing that, you'll see how fast we are getting to, how fast it is. Wolf Territory's getting around and rezzing and everything like that. There you go, we're rezzed, and this casino is actually quite primmy, and also it's full of scripts, so it does take a while to get itself together, especially because I cleared my cache before I did this video, which is a bit of a shame, because otherwise it would be rezzed about 30 times faster. There you go, it's rezzed now. So I mean, that's to do with the structure of the way I've got things running on the servers. So there you go, and don't forget I'm using the object storage. Remember I was talking about in another video, I talk about object storage and how I use object storage to store all my assets. So and don't forget, if you come to my welcome point, you can get hold of the mouth animation. You can see I'm chattering away here to myself. All the tools you need to do mouth animation, which is quite cool. So anyway, back to the map. So these files, I've used basically a thing to create my own map on our Wolf Territories Grid website. It's actually, there's two websites. So there's the main Wolf Territories website, wolfterritories.org. This is the main website, but also if you go to grid.wolfterritories.org, we've got this one, which is actually the page you see on login, and there you can hit on map. And the other thing I've got is we've also got an event system, so I click on here. We've only got one event at the moment, but that's actually built so basically anyone can res this board. It only works for on Wolf Territories, so basically you res this board here wherever you want to have the event, and you click on this box here. Wait a second, click on this box here, and there we go. And then what it does, you see it's already it works out the position of the just refresh that. So it works out the position of the where you are on the grid. I think this is a knackered one actually, sorry, this is a broken one, but it works out the position of where you are on the grid, and then you just enter the details of the event, and then you hit save, and it writes it to the events, and then it appears on these event boards. See, here we go, just touch that, there's the event there. It appears if you open the search thing, that's there. So it's just like enhancing people's experience. So that's a bit about the map. So Wolf Territories Grid, of course, is 9 servers. We've got 9 very big servers and a petabyte of object storage for the assets, because I don't want to end up in the same hole people end up with, where they're using standard storage and they end up finding that their asset store has got so huge that they need to move it to a bigger server or move it to another server, whereas object storage takes away that worry, which is kind of cool. I was really pleased to help a couple of grid owners this week who wanted to move to object storage. That was great fun, and I'm happy to help anybody who's looking to enhance their grid, because I think we've got to all work together with OpenSim, especially when Second Life are doing so many cool things to make our grids more interesting. I mean, just to have a look at this page here. So this is your web search. You can do things like open our Facebook page, YouTube, contact me, hit contact. It actually pulls up my profile. Join our group. Actually pulls up the Wolf Territories Grid group, which has loads of members and roles in it. It takes a while to load because there's so many people in it. Yeah, loads. There you go. It's a bit quicker doing it that way. And then you can buy Globits, because obviously we have Globits. It tells me whether I'm online. If you want to know how to do this stuff, just ask. You know, I'm happy to help anybody. But I've built a whole system for Wolf Territories Grid that can cope with all having regions on different servers, etc., etc. So anyway, I've waffled a bit today. I do apologise for that, but because this was supposed to be at the map, but I've started waffling on about other things. So I'm going to, what was that there? Detach. I did make a little mistake this morning and nearly lost my inventory. Don't do this. Don't go to advanced. Don't go to developer and turn off those two if you want to keep your inventory. Okay. In fact, if you turn them off, come out, clear your cache, turn them back up. Sorry, turn them back on, come out and clear your cache, because basically you'll lose all your stuff. It all went horribly wrong. But now it's all working really brilliantly, as you can see. We got an event at the casino tonight if you want to come along. If you want to have a chat with me, I'm normally around, and I'm really glad to talk to any grid owners about how to help your grid grow. Because I'm not the sort of, I've got a big grid, I've got loads of people here loving what we're doing. But there's lots of little grids as well that are kind of struggling or whatever. And in fact, we've actually taken on a couple of little grids that gave up their grids and became estates here. And that was really cool, really nice of them. So anyway, Lone Wolf, I'm clocking out now, wolfterritories.org. You can join our Discord as well if you want to chat. The easiest way to do it is to come to Wolf Territories and you'll see this and just hit Discord. Join our Discord there and it will link you through. Yeah, so have a great day. I don't think I should say anything else, should I? Okay, we finished. You turn it off. Okay, turn it off then. Thanks very much. Bye.